Talk to those who have been around the American intelligence gathering community for more than a few days. And they'll talk about an era gone by when we were solid around the globe and little escaped our notice until politicians got in the way and muddied the waters forever, leading to embassy attacks around the world and eventually Benghazi. Why is no one on Capitol Hill focusing on ensuring no one beats us at the intel game ever again? All right, he's a former CIA analyst, senior fellow at the Center for Security Policy. No one has better insight on such matters. Welcome, Fred Fleitz, back to the Hardline. Fred, I've been waiting to talk to you about this ever since the Benghazi hearings last week, because I have to tell you, I think I speak for a lot of people. We are sick and tired of hearing House Security Committee hearings, House hearings, whatever you want to call it, where they continue to hammer away at people and don't talk about the fact that we are failing at the intel game around the world and we're not doing anything to make it better. How am I doing so far?
Well, Ed, it's great to be here. I think you're exactly right. You know, sequestration has limited spending on intelligence. That has set us back. But something happened after the Iraq War. Intelligence became gun-shy because intelligence agencies are so worried about a lawsuit or being hauled in front of congressional committees that we're not nearly as aggressive and innovative as we used to be. And I think this poses enormous risk to our national security. If we don't have intelligence agencies trying to look over the horizon and tell the president what may be coming, I think we could have a 9/11 in store for us.
Then let's point to somebody then, Fred, because Harry Truman had the sign on his desk, the buck stops here. When you talk about being gun-shy, is it fair to say that our intel community is that way because the president of the United States is not the man or woman standing up and going, this is the way it's going to be, this is what we have to do, hell or high water, we've got to bring us back to a certain standard?
I think that's exactly right, but President Barack Obama has had really little interest in national security. I don't think he has any understanding of intelligence. There's been no leadership in this administration or the last administration to clean out our intelligence agencies and bring in new blood. Remember that George W. Bush kept George Tenet on as CIA director. There was no serious effort to shake up the CIA. The only effort that was attempted by Porter Goss, when he tried to do it, the inmates, the CIA analysts and operators, they drove him out of the agency. We do need a president who wants to clean up the agency and force our analysts to confront conventional wisdom and dare to be wrong. That's how I was trained to be an intelligence analyst by Bill Casey, CIA's greatest intelligence director.
Okay, confront the standard wisdom and then not be afraid to do things differently, not be afraid to get out there. All right, Fred, I'm going to put you on the spot here right now. You're in charge for the moment here. Take what you just said and tell us how we then at least start to put our intel communities around the world back on a footing ahead of the bad guys.
I mean, first of all, we have to have innovative analysis. We have to have spending on programs that's going to make a difference on some of the new challenges, such as cyber. But we have 17 intelligence agencies, many of them doing the same thing. We have to streamline these agencies so we can make better use of our resources and stop multiple agencies producing the same analyses on the same topic. And despite the 9/11 Commission recommendation on intelligence reform, our intelligence agencies are still not talking to each other and sharing information. This has to be fixed.
So who's got to go then? You just said this. Streamline the agencies. Again, going to put you on the spot here, Fred. Who needs to go?
I think we have to cut back, if not get rid of, the Director of National Intelligence. This office is a huge office with thousands of bureaucrats who do nothing other than make intelligence more bureaucratic. CIA and DIA, the Defense Intelligence Agency and Central Intelligence Agency, they had to be more integrated. We had to find out what each agency is best at doing, have them specialize in doing that.
Is it then just the reason why that these things don't get done? Because you have presidents, senators, congressmen, the rest, lobbyists, they're all sitting here, they're all making a buck off the public dole. Nobody wants to get rid of the money that's being handed to them from the backside, and they're making decisions here that are costing lives.
There's truth to that, but I'll tell you another thing is that we have to have a president who will put someone in charge of the CIA, for example, and give that person the president's permission to do what needs to be done to fix the agency, despite the fact that agency officers are going to go kicking and screaming to the news media to try to undermine these efforts. Porter Goss tried to fix the CIA, but Condi Rice, when she was National Security Advisor, she did not have his back. Porter Goss lost his job. It's going to be painful. The careers are going to complain. But remember, Bill Casey wanted to fire everybody over GS-15 when he was at the CIA. That's sort of what we have to do. We need some major change. We have to bring in new blood, and we have to have analysts who basically will dare to be wrong in writing innovative analysis.
Fred, I'll tell you, that last word you said in there, dare to be wrong. Look, there's good spying, there's bad spying, and I think most spies, people who are spies, they will wait. They will not move ahead. They'll want to check things, make sure it's right, make sure they get it right before they bring it to the right person. I think that's what we need to have. Those who are not afraid to be wrong, take that little extra step. Fred, it's always a pleasure, my friend. Thanks so much for being with us. We'll do this again. Second part of this discussion, again, a piece the Benghazi committee failed to address. Bringing the killers to justice and making certain no American at an embassy ever dies again. It's next on the Hardline.